raising the Tobagos. We growing like fresh tomatoes. Them boys on fire, too fuego. We pass it round hot potato. Everything is nuevo. I'm with my sweetie like Quavo. Need my cheese, need that queso. Need my bread, need that bankroll. Wake up, yes Lord, I'm thankful. Another day on my schedule. Steady blocking the devil. I tell a hater, God bless you. Cherish moments that special. You gotta keep.
AOD family, welcome back. We are here for another episode. You know, we are here. Myself, my guy Sev, Trey.
In the building.
Know.
Hey man,
We out here.
I'm excited for this one. What's this episode?
It's been a minute.
7?
Seven.
Feel like it's been a
Siete.
minute.
Okay.
I
7.
haven't been in front of the camera in a while.
Now, I'm titled. I think I'm gonna title this one "Peace of Mind."
Always come with the notes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I always got the notes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's just, again, we're just talking about, you know, what are some things that, you know, that we've come to peace with that that we can't change. What are some non-negotiables that, you know, that we're just not tolerating in terms of disturbing our peace. And we got a special guest here. We got Olive. Yeah, she's just sleeping. I don't know how long she's gonna stay like that, but yeah, she's just doing her thing.
She's small as hell.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, let's open it up, man. What are some like non-negotiables that could like interfere with your peace? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are some things that you just do not tolerate and will not be a part of? Won't let come into your space because it might, you know, disturb your peace. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, one of my non-negotiables is definitely not speaking like negatively about myself like anymore.
Negative
Like, always
self-talk.
yeah, you know, like constantly saying, oh, I'm not that great at this, or like, nah, I'm too dumb for this, or I'm too slow,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna get this. Like, just kind of just like that negative talk like about self. And I've really just tried to like get better about that, just knowing that like honestly I can do anything the hell I want. Like I can do anything. There's no I can't, because can't shouldn't be in a man's vocabulary.
Facts.
But I'm starting to believe now that like I honestly I can do anything that I choose to be disciplined about and put my mind to. Also, you know, not engaging in anything that doesn't make me happy. Like,
Right.
like I made a pact earlier this year, or I think it might have been last year, but I was like, oh, I am no longer going to the clubs, bars, like nightlife, like none of that makes me happy. Like none of that is like, I feel is like substantial for me. Like
it gets
it's just
old after a while.
Yeah, like it's just
Right.
it's not making me happy about doing it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd rather
What exactly are you celebrating?
say what?
Say, what exactly are you celebrating when, you know, people who like, you know, live in that nightlife?
Oh yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm
like, I mean, if you're celebrating like a birthday or something like that, then
That's
it's like it's
different. Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
like, you know, anniversary, or if it's like a bachelor,
every
like
weekend?
a bachelor
Yo,
party.
Thirsty
weekend?
Thursdays.
Yeah, the people.
Tipsy
I mean, again,
Tuesdays.
like, again, I'm not here. I don't want to bash anybody for who really enjoys that kind of life, who you know is really
teach
heavy
his
duty
own.
into the nightlife. I'm not here to judge. That ain't my job.
Teach his own.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, myself, like that. I'm
Like-
over the nightlife. Like that isn't
Yeah,
for me anymore.
it was fun while it was, you know, when we
Yeah,
was young,
I
you know,
agree with that.
turn up with with your guys or the homies, you know, I thought
Yeah.
it was cool, but then after a while,
I'm just
I'm more of a homebody than anything.
Yeah, I'm just at a point now in my life where, again, I've only been to the club once. I rarely go out, but I'm just at a point now where I'm just solely focused on, you know, like Akila said, things that make me happy and things that, that bring value into my life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm always, again, being home with my wife, just thinking about my future plans and thinking about the goals that I want to set, short term, long term, and stuff like that. So I'd rather, you know, stay home and think about those things, you know, than go out to the club. I just think that's just
Yeah, and it's also just like activities too. Like I enjoy going to the gun range. Like that's an activity and a
Yeah.
skill
Yeah.
I enjoy. Like
Yeah.
I like building on. Like I haven't been like, I don't know if y'all heard, like Chez Vu just opened back up after 2 years this weekend. Like I'm trying to get back into roller skating again. Like that's another activity. Like I
never-
enjoyed as a child.
I never
Like,
even really roller skate that shit.
oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's always been like a favorite activity of
Yeah,
mine.
same
But, you know,
was
just
like
like
2
certain
minutes
activities.
away.
You know,
Yeah.
just like
Cause like, you know, just being outside. Cause like this
Yeah,
summer I
you
want to be
know?
outside. You know, like we was cooped up for a long time. You know, during
Yeah.
the pandemic. But it's like I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like just like the vibe, kind of. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit different. But it's like the vibe is a little different now. It's not like how it was back. You know, obviously gonna change. But back when it was like 2019, it's like it's a totally different vibe. And we just want to see what the summer brings this year around.
absolutely. I mean, more or less people are going to be doing the same thing they've been doing the last few years. But I mean,
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
point in time,
Yeah.
you got to kind of just you got to
A lot
elevate. You
of
got to move
people,
on. But
They getting back to like their comfort zone. Like, you know, when pandemic happened, everybody was trying new things, trying to break out, you know, do certain things. But, you know, eventually all that stuff ends and people fall right back into the same thing they were doing before. So, you know,
Yeah.
actually, you know, branching out, you know, being outside, yeah, it's definitely a movement.
Yeah, I would say to kind of branch off of what Keela said, I think kind of like having a fear or worrying about the future. I think
I hear
just
you there.
again, this again, it's normal for us as humans to have the uncertainty of what the future's going to bring or what tomorrow's going to come with. I just think that that's something that we can't control. We don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to, you know, make sure I'm well versed into the scripture when it says, "Do not worry, for tomorrow's troubles will have its own thing." Like always, you know, basically Jesus is saying like, stay in the moment, worry about today's troubles because tomorrow's got its own. And I just always try to remind myself of that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to, you know, continue to, you know, just worry about the future and what's to bring, like whatever failure is going to happen. Like Akila said, also, I try to also provide positive self-talk into my life every single day, whether that's affirmations or, you know, just little stuff like that. You know, again, it's very easy to, you know, just confide into what the world says about, you know, young black men. Just, it just is it again. When you look on TV, they always portray like the negative statistics, and it's very easy, and that stuff can like really like get into your mental. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about for example, there's a 50% divorce rate. Like the divorce rate is going up. The mass incarceration, and there's so many like this negative stuff. So I always try to make sure that, you know, every morning
But you're
and
feeding
throughout
your
the
spirit,
day,
you know?
exactly. I'm just, you know, again, pouring into myself and letting myself know that, you know, you can be successful. You can do whatever it is that you want to, despite what tomorrow brings. You know, I mean, you're not gonna ever stop the bad things from happening. You know, bad things happen to good people all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's how we respond to those trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying?
reaction.
And I just, you know, I just always want to, me as a man, I always want to, whatever curveball comes my way, I always want to come out stronger. I always want to come out with more money in my account. I want to come out more knowledgeable in this. And then that's really, it's funny I say that too, because I saw this quote on Instagram and said that sometimes God leaves you in the fiery furnace just so that he can prove a point to those who put you in there. You know what I'm saying? And basically what I mean by what it means by that, what I took from it is basically, you know, you're going to go through your hardships, but sometimes you got to go through that and come out stronger so that the people who put you in there and people who are preying on your downfall, they say, man, Akila really didn't give up. I really thought he was going to give up on that one, but he didn't. Devin's still doing what he's doing. Trayvon's still doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And I just really want to make sure that, you know, I'm being persistent, being consistent with what I got to do and not worrying about the future, you know? So.
Yeah, I definitely feel you there because, you know, that definitely plays a big part on me as well. Like, even these, you know, these past couple of months and just everything's going on, it's like sometimes you just have those, you know, them things just come in, you know, you feel negative and you feel like, you know, you want to make it so bad. But so, you know, it's like certain things, you know, will come into your mental. But I definitely agree with both of y'all, you know, saying affirmation. I know that's something I definitely started this year and something that I can't, you know, can't stop to make me keep staying on that positive route, you know, so.
Right. No, I mean.
Non-negotiable things, I just like, one big thing is just like, I used to always like quit on certain things. And it's like this time around, like, ain't no quitting on things. Like, just keep going. Cause you don't, cause like I said, you don't know what the outcome will be if you keep going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it's gonna bring later on in life. So it's like
Question for you, the trading, like how many times? I'm sure you like obviously you got into it before me, but like how many times since you've gotten into trading have you been like yo, I don't want to do this shit anymore, or like I just want to quit this shit, or like it's just too fucking hard? Like how many times have you said that?
When I
How many
first
times you told you like I don't like I ain't,
when
I
I
ain't the
first,
greatest
first lost
trader,
that big
nothing
day,
like that.
I had like, cause I was making, I was starting to make profits, and I lost. I was messing with gold, cause gold made me a lot of money. So I was staying with it, and I lost $800 in that one day. I was like, yo, I was like, yo, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, forget this. Like, this is crazy. Like, I know I'm doing all right, but like, nah, man, this is like, and then like the amount of time, but like, that's something that kind of made me like, yo, this is way too much, and I kind of really wanted to actually, quit. And then it's like, even like going through it, there was times it was like, maybe this ain't for me, but it's like there's something in me to say kept going, like keep going, like keep pushing, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You see all the people that you're meeting new people, you're talking to new people, you're seeing how they're doing, you're seeing them doing it. It's like, this is actually really possible, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like something in me just kept telling me to keep going.
All right.
Like, just keep going.
Yo, Trey, so like same question, like how many times, like, since you started different routes, like how many times have you like really like questioned yourself, like, damn, am I really a quality like basketball trainer? Am I really like helping my boys and my girls here? Like, am I helping my students here? Like, how many times have you like really questioned, like, do I want to stay
I'm gonna
in
be
this craft?
completely honest with y'all.
I'll be my best.
There's never not one time where I thought that, you know what I'm saying? And the reason being is when I'm like in it and I'm training, whatever athlete, I really feel like I'm the best there is at it. And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way, but I just have total confidence that, I just have total confidence in my ability to teach and my ability to connect with those athletes. And I always made a little joke. I don't know if you guys noticed, if you look at my personal Instagram page, I don't think it is right now, but I used to have like Franklin Sate from Snowfall as my little avatar person, whatever. And the reason being, there's a message behind that. And, some people like, yo, why you got Franklin Sate as your avatar, whatever? Because I really feel like I'm the Franklin Sate of basketball training. Like, when I give you this stuff, like, you gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. That's my confidence, like, and it's always gonna be there. Again, I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything like that. But ever since I watched Snowfall, I was like, man, this dude's really like. I mean, obviously he's selling drugs, and I don't condone that in any type of way. But I just really feel like, I sell a product, which is basketball training, that are gonna make people want to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's just my passion. That's just what I want to do. And I really can't think of days where I want to quit. Like, I really itch to do it. You know what I'm saying? I itch to like wake up one day and I'm literally training 20 hours out of the 24 hours in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? But no, I never had that conversation with myself, because I'm like I said, I really am the Franklin Sate of basketball training. That's all there is to it.
I like it. It's the type of confidence we all gotta walk around with.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I haven't had my self doubts. Again, all on display. That's something that I was like, who wants to really hear my voice? Who really wants to hear our voices and our ideas and our dialogue? That's something that I was like, you know what? Like, damn, like, should we quit? You know what I'm saying? But no, just being around you guys and having that support system around me, including my wife, including my friends, whoever's watching. Yeah. You get the idea that, you know what, I can't stop, because you never know. Like, we could be touching someone's heart. We could be changing lives. Like, we don't know. And that's really the main goal of All on Display podcast. Not only to, to grow ourselves and to grow our families and our loved ones, but I want to be able to inspire others, those who are behind that camera, and saying, like, you know what, man, what Devin said really touched me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, what Akita said really changed my perspective on that. I'm going through the same thing Trayvon's going through, and I'm gonna handle it like he did, because he did it the right way. Like, little stuff like that. And I want to be able to, just inspire people. You know what I'm saying? But again, we're all human. We all have those, that little devil on our shoulder saying, "Nah, Trayvon, you can't do that," or whatever. Yeah. But you just gotta ignore those voices, you know what I'm saying, and surround yourself with just positive people. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is.
I heard you.
So, staying positive too.
Yeah. So, what about you, Killer? Same question goes for you. Ever had doubts with well-being?
Oh, plenty. I mean, hell yeah. Even still to now, like I said, it's something I'm still working on. Even though I address, like, it's a non-negotiable. Like, again, it's something that at the end of the day, I'm just like, all right, I might think about it and be like, I don't know if this is for me, but I'm like, you know what? Get over it. Like, you're gonna make it. You're gonna come out. You're gonna get out of the tunnel. You're gonna get out of this.
Yeah.
You just need to stay on it. Stay disciplined. Get out of it. You keep working.
Right.
I'm gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm gonna get out.
Yeah.
But even before that, like before I even launched like Wellbeing, just being like a personal trainer for some time, like even though I've always been into like fitness and sports, like when I graduated, I was like I had the most utmost confidence that I was gonna be like a dope ass trainer, like for sure.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until
because along the way you didn't really want to do it no more. You got kind of like.
Well, I mean that's like kind of like down the line, like after, like once I first kind of like was like looking like applying to gyms and stuff like that, thinking that okay, all right, this should be easy. I did 4 years. I got bachelor's in exercise science. I should be able to go into the gym and, you know, finesse a job real easy. And then like, I kept applying and I was getting turned down. I'm like, oh damn, like shoot.
Testing your gangster.
Damn, is this really what it is? Like I can't get a job, and obviously like in the fitness industry, like you have to have like one of like like national like organizations to get a job as a trainer.
Right.
Because not all of them are gonna just take like just a degree by itself. So
my father cut you off, but I think it's so crazy how hard it is. Like after people get out of college and do their thing, they really think you're gonna go out there and start doing, because it's crazy how many people come out of college and not even in their fields that they even studied, or it's like
Guilty.
It's hard, right? Or it's hard to even like get in that field that you're even you're trying to get into.
I really didn't. I honestly in fitness, I didn't really think it was that hard of an industry to get into. I'm like, as long as I know a couple things, I know how to train. Okay, I should even get a job. Like I got the degree here, but it was a lot harder than I anticipated. And the fact that it took me almost like 4 years to finally get like that certification, and it's crazy because for 4 years I lacked confidence in my ability, because like I felt like I needed that piece of paper, that validation to tell me that like I'm a good trainer, that I know what I'm doing.
And that's crazy. That's what they make it seem like. We have to get all these licenses to do these things and all these certificates.
But at that time, like I didn't know that. Like that's not like I was just like thinking, okay, well, if I don't get this, then I'm really questionable as a trainer and stuff like that. And the fact that there was only like, again, there was only one place that was willing to hire me.
Yeah.
And, and like I'm forever thankful for that opportunity without getting, my certification at the time.
Yeah.
But the fact is, it was just like, for the longest time, for 4 years, until I got my ESA certification, like I really questioned my ability as a trainer. Like I don't know if this is the field I'm gonna succeed in this field, because I don't have that piece of paper to tell me that he's certified, so he know what he's talking about.
Right. All that paper does is say, okay, Keelan's really good at studying. You've been a really good trainer since before all that. I don't need a piece of paper to say I'm a good basketball trainer. I don't need a piece of paper that says Devin's a good trainer. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need that. We already know that in our hearts. The only paper is like just so that jobs in other industries can know for a fact.
Well, specifically for what you two do, you definitely don't need like for what I was doing, like because I like a trainer. Like I mean, I don't think skills trainers like just like a certification for like skills trainers or anything like that, because that's just kind of something that you develop like over time. But like personal training, like you have to get that certification in order to get a job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against like the books and all the whatever tools they use to help study, but none of that can like measure like what's already a God-given talent, what's already in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, I just feel like I bring things to the table that's already ingrained in me that you can't find in a book or find in a study module or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I'm not opposed to reading books and learning, but there's also some things already ingrained in me that God has already given me that makes me different, no pun intended, that I bring to the table when it comes to basketball training. You know what I'm saying? You cannot find it anywhere else except for me, because it's a God-given gift. And I feel like it's the same way with you, Akil, the same with you, Dev. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no book or module or study guide or piece of paper that can tell you, okay, you're this. You know what I'm saying? That's just for them, just so they can have something to look back on and for insurance if something goes wrong. But you know what I'm saying? It's really what people really need to start realizing is that, you know, Akila and Devin were born to do this, so I'm gonna invest in him because I know where his heart and his mind is. You know
How do you figure out what your purpose is in life? You know, while going through and growing up and, you know, going to school,
It's honestly like
thinking of what you want to do when you go to college, you know, doing
Mine,
activities. Like, how do you know what your purpose is?
So my purpose is, man, just honestly, it's easy because we're creatures of habit and we always navigate to what makes us happy. You know what I'm saying? Or at least we should.
But things can change
Things that
along
bring us
the way.
peace.
No, you're right. Absolutely,
Yeah,
things can definitely change. I mean, who's to say like you can't have more than one happiness? But no, for me, I just think that again, Devin was with me. I was in college. I was literally, you know, training some guys on the basketball team for a little bit, and you know, I'll go back a little bit. Even throughout high school, guys like some guys on my team would be like, "Yo, Trey, you'll be a good referee one day. Like you really know the game." And at that age, I'm like, "Okay, sure, I'll be a referee. I don't really care about that." You know what I'm saying? But then, yeah.
You're trying to make it to the league. You know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to sit on the bench with LeBron
Like,
James.
you'll think that's negativity when they start bringing some other things.
No,
like,
but I took it. It was no offense taken. I definitely took it. Like I was like, wow, like I appreciate you for saying that I know the game pretty well. And then in college, you know, when I started training some athletes, I was like, yeah, the trade got me right. I appreciate that. And that's back when I didn't know nothing. So I'm just like, I was like, you know what, man? And honestly. To answer the question, Devin knows exactly why I fell in love with basketball training. It's because for the longest, he would always force me to watch Devin Williams in the lab training. He would always watch it. And I'm like, Devin, I'm not watching this. This is weird. I'm not watching it. I gave it one shot, and I fell in love ever since. And then that was like the battery that was put in my back. That was like, yo, I want to do that. I want to do videography. Yeah. I want to do training. I want to travel the world. And Devin's really the main reason why I really really wanted to pursue it. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say that sometimes your purpose chooses you. You know what I'm saying? And that happiness is always gonna. You know, I believe in the law of attraction. You know what I'm saying? And whatever.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I'm sorry all over the place. Honestly, what we're talking about has nothing to do with what the whole discussion is. But when you hear law of attraction. Every time, like, just in life, going through things, and when you think of, like, doing certain things, you always feel like what people say, you'll end up seeing some form of it. And for the longest, I never used to see those things, like, in any type of way until, like, I was going through this process of, you know, trading and everything. The fact that I'm here at one point thinking of, like, nah, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to do something else. I got to find something else. And then somehow I start looking into stocks. And then out of nowhere, my homie hits me about Forex. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like,
oh shoot, you
just seeing how all that just correlated. I'm like, yo, that's actually wild.
That's crazy. You said that too. Literally today, and you guys can test it. I've been praying for, and Keela definitely knows this because me and him been talking about this forever. I said, yo, Keela, man, I remember to this day, you would be at Wollaston Beach working out, and then me and Keela would sit on the little rock thingy wall, and we'd be like, yo, man, imagine if we had a gym or something. Like this is like a nice facility. You know what I'm saying? We have a well-being right here and then different routes right there or a collab, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We just kids dreaming. And then tell me why, you know, today, again, I've been dreaming about this all my life, but just having my own, like, different routes. Yeah. My boy Jeff, who I talked about in our previous episode, hit me up saying, yo, listen, Trayvon, like, you the core, you the base of this. And how would you feel if we, like, you know, got some, like, investors, got some people who can invest in you and, you know, all that good stuff, and who can actually, you know, put forth the construction to building your own facility. And I'm like, that would be crazy. He said, not like I really didn't know, because this can be something you dip your toe in and then you're just out of it. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you really gotta like put into it. Yeah. And I'm like, go ahead, Gila. What you got?
No. It's actually because it's actually really, really, really funny actually having this conversation now, because, yo, I was literally talking to someone about this like a few days ago that I was like, yo, me and my boy literally, actually I was talking to my studio manager yesterday, telling her how me and you are literally in the same field. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, we could definitely, I've always thought about, like, if we ever to partner up to have a facility, like, you have your skills trainer over here, and then you got your strength and conditioning coach right here, and all we have to do is just put that together. Like, eventually, like, we don't even have to sit here. Like, I mean, we can still probably, you know, run our brands respectively, you know, by
Mhm.
themselves. But
Right.
like I think if we was just kind of just come together, just kind of just figure out like a whole
Right.
different like name like facility for like the both of us that can just
Mhm.
have like a partnership.
Yeah, and again just hearing I consider him like I mentioned my big brother, Jeff, and he was just telling me like, yo, like Trayvon, like would you like are you okay with like this is your name that we're putting on this building? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was just like pouring so much life into me. I couldn't really believe it because I'm not really like used to that. And he's like, yo, like this is what we're gonna do. Like I really want to support you. And then I have my wife Corey, who will say stuff like, you know what, Trayvon? Like she sat me down one random day. She said, Trayvon, it's not that I'm giving up on my dreams because you know her dream is raising a family, just living the life that she is comfortable with. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna be fully invested in different routes. I'm gonna fully just take care of all the logistics and the paperwork and all that behind the scenes stuff. And you don't get that a lot. That's like very, very rare, especially in a wife or anybody, any significant other. And just again with my wife and Jeff and other people who are like willing to like speak on my name when I'm not even in the room, but such a high banner.
Yeah.
It's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I always kind of like got that from my dad. Like whenever my dad is never in the room, people always speak highly of him, and I always told myself, when I'm out the room, I want people to speak highly for me. You know what I'm saying? Like my name will be in rooms that I'm not even in, and I just want to be able to, really just, portray that. And but yeah, it's just dope that I'm now going to be starting, trying to, getting the blueprint ready for this gym facility to happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're looking at the North Shore, because there's no gym facilities really out here in terms of like basketball training. But again, I'm speaking it on faith, man. I would love to have just top of the line fitness equipment in terms of your little barbells and all that good stuff. And your full court basketball. I want a recovery room. I want an office. Like just little stuff like that. But it's just crazy how the law of attraction works.
Yeah, it is really crazy. Just seeing it in action too. Yeah, and then
I mean, again, that's not really too far fetched because all that just brings peace to my mind. Just again, I love dreaming. Yeah, I love just setting goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just want to encourage everybody who's watching and you too as well. Like, whenever you guys have the time, and I know you guys do it a lot, but continue to always imagine. And that's really a big word too, and I think that's one of the mind's most powerful tools, imagination. Yeah. Really imagine yourself in that facility. Imagine yourself in that car with Kayla, just enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to imagine hey mom, here go $50K.
Yeah.
Off rip. Just off rip. You're not even breaking a sweat about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvin, you too. Like, I want you to use that imagination and be like, yo, like, I'm really out here filming movies.
That'd be crazy.
People are hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different movie productions, but nah, they want Marvin and his mind and his creativity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, and the key with you too. Like, and I saw your YouTube video, I think it was last night or maybe a couple days before, where you said you constantly say this, you want to be up there on the Mount Rushmore with Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, continue to imagine that because it can happen, like the law of attraction said. Well, because I'm pretty sure Nike had his doubts, whoever started Nike. I'm pretty sure Under Armour had his doubts, and I'm pretty sure Adidas or Jordan, whoever you want to put up there, had their doubts as well. But again, I think you can really do something special with the Well-Being Athletics brand. One, you being black owned, and you just represent everybody who's behind you, and then two, you're just up there with the biggest of the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm imagining now. Like, who's to say in the NBA in the next couple of years that they're not wearing well-being gear? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say the NFL doesn't? Who's to say the NFL's like, all right, NFL, you know what? I don't want that contract. We're not getting anymore. We want well-being. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jerseys is well-being. Helmets is well-being. Pants, socks, cleats, all that is well-being. That's crazy.
That'd be lit.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, and again, those stuff it's scary to think. I know it is. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
It's crazy how people say when you say dream big. A lot of people say you're dreaming too big. Put it down a little bit. Now you got to dream big.
That's what I really actually learned from Dame Dash too. They was watching the interview on All the Smoke and he was asking Steven Jackson what he wanted to be. He was like, I want to be an actor. He was like, dream bigger than that.
Yeah. I just feel like
you have to dream bigger than that.
I just feel like if again I love the whole just dream big thing because I feel like when you do not dream big, you're almost disrespecting God in a way because you're like, hold on, like Dev, you think that's all I can do? Like, come on now, put me to the test. Like try me. Like I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, sometimes I'm having a conversation with God. I'm like, you really think I can have a top of the line facility like that? Like,
I think you're actually like not even disrespecting God. I think you're actually just disrespecting and shortchanging yourself.
That's true too. That's true too. And again, we always try to shortchange ourselves and and little stuff like that. But yeah, man. That's that. We are going to take a little break.
Yeah, then we'll get back on.
And then we get back on a peace of mind. All right, gang. Sip some. All right. Welcome back.
Okay.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, we good. We live. So again, let's talk about some things that you cannot change, but you have made peace with. What are some things y'all
Before I forget, because I know you know me. After seeing multiple podcasts, I be forgetting mid-sentence. Mm-hmm. Before I forget, though, it's one thing that I have made okay with is actually like going through the process of college. Honestly, I feel like college was honestly a big mistake to even go to. Even my parents knew way before me, obviously. But, I kind of wanted that experience to even go. I'm grateful for college. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But there's sometimes I'll regret some things. Mm-hmm. And, wishing I actually did not go to college and, stuff like that. So, yeah. But if that's one thing I've actually made peace with because it was a blessing in disguise to even do that. I got closer with Trey, obviously, because we went to the same college.
Yep.
I met good people, but that was one thing that I was really like heavy. Even like after I left, like I was lost, didn't really know what to do. To my pops brought up heavy equipment and stuff, but It's like I used to really regret heavy on like not doing nothing. Didn't want to be nowhere near college. I was like I shouldn't have did this. I should have did this. Blah blah blah. But that's something like I'm coming to peace with. I'm fine, and like. I realize like it's like time because that's another thing. Like I really big on time and like I want to do things young and stuff like that. And going through the years, I realized that when it comes to men, and like with our peak is 30s, it's completely different to women and stuff like that. But it's like our peak is in our 30s. So like when it used to be like, oh, I'm not at this certain place in my life. I know everybody's journey is different. I shouldn't compare myself to others. You know what I'm saying? But shout out different routes. But it's like coming to terms with being okay, like it's never too late to start something that you want to do. It's never too late. And I know a lot of people sometimes get discouraged because if they started when they're younger, they could have been, or they see other people start younger, blah, blah, blah. But being comfortable, like it's okay. And like knowing like I'm coming to terms, I'm fine. Like it's okay. I'm starting at where I am. Like I'm exactly where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
they always say my fault. They always say your mind will catch up to where you are in life. And it's like if you're, it's a mind thing. Yeah. It's a mind like if you're at a certain place in your life, things will catch up with you. And so it's like
I just think that the world has a good way of telling people of like when you're old. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, you're old. Like it's too late to start something at that age. But I'm like, no, like we are young. You know what I'm saying? Like first of all, we're babies. You know what I'm saying? But even if we were in our 40s, 50s, 60s,
they even say
you're just getting started. You know what I'm saying?
People get their peak of like their financial status. They're like in their 40, 50s.
Yeah. But the thing is, don't take that for granted and waste your young years fooling around and then try to get it when you're 50, 40 years old.
Or also don't waste your years grinding. Yeah, it's grind. That's I remember I said a last couple episodes when it comes to like even like hustle culture. There's like I have a back and forth with it because they would say grind, but you don't want to keep doing that and then waste your time to relax.
That's just all about moving with a purpose
and having that time to reflect and sit back. Oh, I'm all away from the camera, but
you wanna move with a purpose. You don't want to like go through life. What's the saying? I'm pretty sure
people work themselves to death and never take a break. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta get to the bag. I get it, but you gotta take your time to rest.
Because I think the saying goes, movement isn't necessarily progression. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're moving and you're doing all this stuff and you're putting it in action doesn't mean you're actually progressing. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that, you know, in terms of like hustle culture, use these years now to grind.
Yeah, like definitely grind.
But,
Yeah, grind.
You know what I'm saying? But make sure you are progressing, you know, so that when you do get to your 30s, your 40s, you know, you get to see the fruits of your labor, and now you're living in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just move just to move, or don't just wake up early just to wake up early. Like, what are you doing when you're up? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just little stuff like that. I mean, anybody can pose, oh, I'm grinding, but what actually are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see, you know what I'm saying, when the smoke clears out, you know, who's really been grinding.
I remember I even been thinking, this is more like a personal thing. I've even been thinking like just not even being on social media really, and just put my head down and just, you know, grinding. But, you know, obviously podcasts, you know,
but make sure
I gotta promote, you know, my things at the same time.
Yeah.
So
make sure you're using social media. Don't let social media use you.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, use it as a tool, because it really could be a great tool. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's on their phones, everybody's on social media. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it consume you to the point you're just scrolling down timelines and just you literally rotting your brain. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So but I guess that was a good one, Dev. I think one of the things that I know that I cannot change and I've come to peace with, that would be knowing that not everybody will like you. I think that just, I'm still to this day, you know, navigating that, and knowing that not everybody, not only will not everyone like you, but not everyone's going to support you as well. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you believe in your dream, some of your best friends, some of your family, some of your A1s aren't going to actually be invested as much as you are. You know what I'm saying? And
that's okay.
And that you have to be okay with that. Like, I mean, it's heartbreaking when you see, you know, your closest friends or family saying, you know what, that's not realistic. How about you dial down that dream a little bit? You know what I'm saying? But you got to have it back in your mind saying, like, nah, that's okay. This is not for you, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is my dream. This is what I'm going to pursue. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like that we talked about last episode, having that gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think Akila said that it's the friend's job to, you know, push that.
Close the gap.
Yeah, to close the gap, exactly.
Yeah,
take up that space.
Following up behind.
Exactly. And, yeah, you know, that's just something I'm coming to terms with. And also, along with that, I'm okay with the reaction of when I say no to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'll never forget this, and you guys can quote me on this, but no is a success word. You know what I'm saying? Successful people use the word no because they put themselves first. And you guys already know my favorite quote: self-care is not selfish. And I just feel like, you know, when you set those boundaries and you're saying no, the way they react to you saying no has nothing to do with you. They're just taking it as a rejection. But no, you all know, this is all what no is. You asked me to do an unrealistic task at an unrealistic time. So no. So that's it. That's as simple as that. If you get mad or offended or take it as rejection, that has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's hard when the person you're in front of you saying no to is saying, "Oh man, like I really wish you had said yes." Now the difference is,
tough.
If you the difference is you can say no, and I'm always for saying no, but don't say no when you already gave them the word that you would do it. Or, you know what I'm saying, or they're counting on you and you already say, you know what, hey, Akila, you got me. You know what I'm saying? It'll be one thing if Akila said, hey, Chief, remember last week you said you would give me $20? Nah, I'm not going to do that. That's not real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but if Akila out of the jump said, hey, Trey, I need $20, and I really don't got it because it's unrealistic at an unrealistic time, then I can be like, sorry, Akila, no. His reaction has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? That's just an example, but that's, you know, I really come to peace with that because it's really hard.
That used to really like affect you.
Bro, especially when it comes to family, like telling family no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard. Like it was a time when I'll give you guys a very short story.
I can definitely see that.
When I was in college, you know, I would spend time with Corey, you know what I'm saying? Then my dad would call me and he'd be like, hey Trayvon, I need you to come home and shovel out the driveway and the stairs and all that. And you know what I'm saying? Now I'm torn between the two. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta either say no to Corey and say no to spending time, or say no to my dad. Like, hey, Dad, sorry, you asked me a task at an unrealistic time.
That's a wild task.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even
I
at
know.
home.
That's
You
a
want me to
wild
come
task.
all the way home to come
Yeah,
shovel? Like,
and that's hard.
Dang, brother Bill, you asked Trey that?
not today, Chief.
Dang, bro.
Nah,
Not today,
yeah, I know.
Chief. I'm
But,
sorry.
I mean, honestly,
let my mother call me from Salem and tell me, all
Right.
right, shovel the crib,
Yeah,
shovel
but
the car.
but I'm in Quincy, and I was living in
Nah,
in
G.
Mattapan at the
Still
time.
out, still out of the way. I'm still out of the
No,
way.
you
I'm
just-
at
you-
school.
you
Like
right,
I'm literally,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
at school.
you know.
And you asked me to come home to come.
Yeah.
I guess one thing if it was like vacation or so like that, but
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about we're in the middle of a semester.
Come on,
Like
G.
I'm at school. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Again, it's hard, man. I'm like, yo, like
But yeah.
that was just another small example. Still love you, Dad, but I ain't shoveling your driveway. You can get someone to do that. No, I'm playing, but no, again, it's really hard to say no. But again, like I said, I have come to peace with that in my mind because, and I really encourage you guys to read the book, Learning How to Say No Without Feeling Guilty, and I'm not sure if that's the title. That's a long title.
And you know what's crazy? More than like saying no, I just don't be caring. You know what I'm saying? maybe because like that's I don't see a bad trait, but
Yeah, you don't want to not care. I mean, I do. You
but it's
should
like
care.
but it's like I do care about things, but that's like
Yeah.
it's like but the way with me not caring coming up to how like like my personality is, I'm very laid back.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
chill
I
type
think
of guy.
that thing. To be honest, I think that's a Taurus thing because I've had people who say like, "Why are you so like nonchalant about that?
Yeah.
Like, why are you just like so
Yeah.
like, you act like you
Yeah.
don't care? You know, I'm
It's
just
like you're like I do like.
I don't. It's
You
just,
just don't show it.
Sometimes I don't, because like that even
just
happened.
don't
Like
show
I was actually at class when I was back in the union, and it's like I'd be just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'd be chilling. So I'd be
Right.
walking. Just doing my thing. He's like one of the teachers like you just you with hands in your pocket, like you act like you don't care, like you just be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, like
I
nonchalant
do.
attitude. Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
I'm just,
Like,
I'm just
you know what I'm saying?
well, I'm
Like,
trying to get to a point where I really do not care about their reaction. Like, I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
I
you-
got to take care of me first. You know what I'm saying? If I got time in my hands, I got you. But
you know who you can learn from? Ajane.
oh, she's good at saying no.
She's good with not caring.
Oh, she's good at not caring.
She's good
Hey,
with not
shout out
caring.
Ajane.
And she's very like
Shout out
blunt.
Ajane.
So I kind of
Okay.
I kind
I
of
feel
got that from
I
her.
feel
Learned
that.
a little bit from her, but
Yeah.
she cared. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just the object of it, just like
Yeah. What you, Killer? You got anything that you?
no, I mean to be honest, like
You
the
made
both of
peace
y'all
with it?
really just kind of touched on like two things that literally
things.
like I can relate to. Like,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the whole,
Taurus
like the
thing.
college thing, like for sure, like I at 18 when I decided to choose to get into exercise science, like I wish I had known that I actually didn't need to go. Like at 18,
Yeah.
I could have just went for that certification
Right.
instead of going into school. So
Yeah.
but I didn't. Again, I didn't know that at the time, and
Nope.
it was kind of like a quick decision
So,
when we was like applying to school.
is
They
that-
was just like, "What do you want to go?"
Did you come to terms with that, or like?
Oh
was
yeah,
you
yeah.
any,
No,
like,
I'm
was
over
any
it now.
regrets,
Like
or-
I'm far, but yeah, I'm fine with it now. It's just like now I'll make sure like if my future child or if anybody who's like
Yeah.
aspiring to become a trainer, who isn't 18 yet in high school,
Yeah.
just like just consider your option.
Yeah,
Like,
look
you
at
have
this
the
route.
option to do it at 18.
Different route, baby.
And then
Different
kind
route.
of the same thing you were saying with like Trey with just saying no to people. Like I've actually that's actually something that I've gotten better at to be honest in the past year and a half.
There you go.
Because
go.
everybody knows me as a guy who's just like I'm most dependent. I'm reliable, so most of the times I am able to fulfill most tasks for
Right.
most people.
But sometimes you
It's
can't.
just that sometimes it's just like
Unrealistic.
I can't get there and
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
won't happen. And
Exactly.
so sometimes some
Exactly.
people do take a little
Yeah.
personal when I can't do it or I finally say no. And as of like the past year and a half, I've been getting comfortable with saying
Nope.
no.
That's it.
I don't want to do
and
this
you know
anymore.
what else we got to get
I
better
don't
at?
want to go.
Saying no, but also not having to explain why you said no.
Oh yeah, nah,
Fact.
that's definitely
That's
true.
the
Like,
hard part. Like, what you mean, Akil? What you mean? Why not? How come?
Cuz, bro.
Because no. That's it. Like I'm not explaining
Cuz,
myself.
bro, like, that's
because
it.
no. Like that's it. Like I don't need to explain why I said no. You know what I'm saying? Like because again,
Right.
it is what it is. So I mean, don't have to feel like. And I've come to peace with that too. Like you do not have to explain yourself for whatever decision that you make. Not even just saying no, but whatever decision you make, you do not have to explain yourself. You're your own man. You're your own woman. And whatever decision
Amen.
you decide to do, that's it. I don't have to explain myself to you. I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like it's right in my heart, then I'm gonna do that. So forget the opinions of others and what they think. You know what I'm saying? So
Heard that.
that's that. But you know, I just that no thing is, again, successful people are. I feel like they're just ingrained. It's ingrained in them. You know what I'm saying? Just saying no and all that good stuff. But
I know you did have some things that bring you peace of mind.
Yep.
Like things that that you do that brings you peace of mind that you feel like you need to do every day, maybe. Something that you.
You want to talk about that? Like, what are some things that bring us peace in mind?
Yeah.
I think, again, this is a good one. I think letting go of perfectionism, just knowing that, again, we are all humans. We are all subject to mess up, slip up, you know what I'm saying, fall short.
Yeah, and actually being okay with that, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to be okay with that, like knowing that, like I said, previous episode, it might have been role models, but we have it's the failures that help us become the men and women who we are now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I give the analogy.
If you learn from them.
If you learn from them, like the analogy I gave Devin that he liked. I said, you know, if you want to go, the way up the mountain is when it's got ridges and breaks and cracks and bumps. That's the only way you could get up. That's the only way you can elevate yourself. If you go through these hard, trying times. If the mountain is smooth, you are going to go up and you're going to fall right back down. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go through those failures and those trials and tribulations to become the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be okay with peace of mind. Like you cannot operate in this world being perfect because you are going to drive yourself insane thinking that you can. You know what I'm saying? We can't operate like that. That's going to literally disturb your peace, and you're not going to be at peace with yourself. And you're not. And honestly, if you do that, you're not going to have peace with anybody else as well. You know, the people who you're trying to bend over backwards for, because it's not realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got to take care of yourself first, and whatever is left.
That's the funny thing. People want you to do things so much, but when you can't do for yourself, it's like, how can I even help you if I can't even help myself? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Self-care first. And I mean, I get it. It's hard. You know, you wanna be perfect. You don't want to mess up. But I think if we change our perspective and listen, like, we need those failures and mess ups to, mold us into the men and women that we are today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the world tells us enough that, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to fail. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always in us. It's in the school. You know what I'm saying? If you mess up on a question, on a test,
yeah, you fail.
F. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, or you get no recess, you get a punishment. Or, you know what I'm saying? But I think, again, I don't have the answers to education reform or whatever. But I just think, how about instead of punishing someone for failing, use that as a tool to be like, okay, you know what? I see where your mind is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but let's work off that. You know what I'm saying?
Because we learn differently. Everybody learns different ways. Exactly. So it's like if you know how that kid is taught, you can teach them the right way, so they can more understand and get it. Yeah, I definitely know what you mean.
Exactly, bro. Like, I'm not. Again, it's
this
hard.
This whole
hard.
in school thing.
Yeah.
The way the world is crazy. Sometimes I just thinking like the way the world works is actually crazy.
A lot of the systems kind of weird.
A lot of out of date. A lot of out of date. Things are changing. Times are changing.
But I just try to I'm okay. I'm at peace, and I hope you guys are as well too with not being perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
You got to embrace failure. Embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, I messed up. That's not who I am now, but I've learned from it. You know what I'm saying? Like Devin said,
failure breeds growth.
Yeah, yes, exactly, and that's all we can do as human beings. We can just grow. You know what I'm saying? And be perfect, but I mean not be perfect and be okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And another one is again, things that you can do is I would say looking at successful people, looking at other successful people, people who have laid down the blueprint for us, people who we kind of look up to as mentors, role models, whatever you want to call it, and be like, you know what, I like the way you, like Akila always says, like, I like the way you do it. I think I want to, go that route as well. You know what I'm saying? And I think just surrounding yourself with positive people who speak life into you is always essential, for your growth. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing.
It's very important to pick wisely the people you hang around with, because
Oh, absolutely.
The people you're around not growing, then you ain't growing. So it's like you are who you hang around with.
Yeah, show me your friends, and I'll show you your future.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
that's always I think that's totally real. You know what I'm saying? So if you're, I was talking to Akil a little bit too. Like if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to change rooms because you're done growing.
Yeah, I heard that from what Kim said that.
I heard Akil say, I don't know.
I heard.
So I don't know who said that.
No, I definitely got that from somebody else. I heard that say that.
Hey,
I don't know who. I can't
credit.
remember who said it, but that's just I did hear that. Like if you're the smartest in the room, then you need to change your room.
That is very
If you are the richest in the room, you need to change. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you should not be the
I
richest.
don't believe in having like you know one thing that really kind of I've really come to like food for thought for like our audience here.
Yeah.
And that whenever you hear that quote, the sky is the limit. You know how I've really, in the past 2 years, I've really come to hate that, saying that quote, because the sky is the limit. And I heard 50 Cent say this in a song. They say the sky is the limit while I'm limitless. I don't like the, and the fact that, you know, also like, you know, like I don't like thinking of like everything has like a ceilings. Like what? Even Lil Wayne said no ceilings, right? He gave us 2 mixtapes, 3 mixtapes, no ceilings, right?
Golds,
so
by
I
the
don't
way.
want to have a cap on anything that I do, and I don't want people to move through life believing that, oh yeah, the sky is the limit, or when you see somebody like you training somebody like, oh man, yo, the sky's the limit for that athlete. No, because why? If you have a limit, then that means you're gonna stop when you get there.
Exactly.
I don't want to stop when I get there. Even in a recent interview I heard with Lil Wayne, like he knows like. He's still trying to be the ultimate artist. Like even though he may feel like he's great, he's still trying to be the ultimate. He's still trying to get better and better. Like he still ain't tapped into he still has untapped potential, he believes.
Right.
And you know, he's been in the game 20 something, 30 odd years now. And he still feels like he still can become the ultimate artist.
Absolutely.
So to definitely definitely don't ever feel like you have like there's a limit.
Right.
There is no limit.
Right.
Don't move with limits because when you say that the sky is a limit, or that means you're putting a cap on yourself. You're putting a ceiling on how high you feel you can go.
If sky's the limit, I'm in space with it.
Because that's what I was about to say. Pop Smoke, his album was what was the name of it? Like Reach for the Sky, Aim for the Moon, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel you there.
Nah, man, definitely. Like, never put
as far as I can go.
Facts.
Exactly.
As far as I can go.
Right. Never put a cap on.
I don't believe in limits. Like
exactly.
Look, what's Master P's record label? No limit.
Right.
Come on, son. Like damn.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right.
No limit.
That's what another thing. Like I so highly on like just not giving up and not quitting. Like,
Exactly.
like keep going.
Yeah,
Because you are limitless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
But that's what we got to realize, though. I think my boy Lou always said, like, the ones who get it early usually succeed. Like, we got to understand early that we actually are limitless. Like, we can actually really do tremendous things on this earth. And, like, really, like,
and remember,
do things,
like, your mind is powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what else is crazy? Like, that really touched your faith? Like, being okay with being the first person to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no evidence that out there in front of you. You just out here naked, relying solely on faith. You know what I'm saying? You got no evidence in front of you, no pioneers in front of you, no blueprint laid out for you. Be okay with being the first person to do that. You know what I'm saying? And don't let that stuff kind of, stop you from, what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So that is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Because we should not be limited to anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, always dream big. Always, aim for the highest of the highest, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, That's really all you can do. So, I have another one too. I would say changing your point of view, changing your perspective on things. I've come to terms and come to peace with whenever, because again, bad things are gonna happen. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen, whatever. But when they do happen, try to switch your mindset to, okay, how can I grow and get better out of this situation? You know what I'm saying? How can I become better out of this situation? You know what I'm saying? If me and my wife are fighting, I'm using this as an example. Okay, don't stay there and sulk in the emotions and whatever we're going through. Okay, how can I be a better husband tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Like, actually listen to what she's saying and what she's trying to pour into you, and then use that to fuel yourself for the rest of your lives to be a better husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, little stuff like that. Like, always just knowing, like, okay, you just want to self-improve, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I've come to peace with, so You guys want to tap into that? What you guys think about that?
I mean, let's see what I had something jotted down for that. Again, kind of like what I was going back to like earlier. Like I have many like activities that I like to be involved in that kind of just really help bring me
your peace.
Again, like you know, since I've launched this brand, you know, again, like meditation has been like one of like greatest activities that helps bring me peace. Again, like I said, I like going here now and then. I'm actually trying to a little bit more now, but like I said, going to the gun range now, you know, like that's I've actually kind of really like enjoy like that activity. Beforehand, I would always say like, you know, fitness or like working out would be like an activity, but like for now, at this point now, it's just like that's kind of like
a necessity.
Yeah, like that's like a second nature thing that naturally happens. So it's like that doesn't even something that's like motivate. Well, I don't even like to use motivate because I don't need motivation to go to the gym. I'm fairly disciplined. So so yeah, it was like working out doesn't like, I want to say it doesn't bring me like, it doesn't make me feel bad, but like it doesn't like bring me like peace like all the way. Like it's just something. But like again, like there's just activities that like I like to I like to do that really help bring me peace. Like even if it's just like you know, like even like traveling somewhere, just taking like a drive somewhere, like that's an activity that brings me peace. Like just small activities like that. I've really just like started to enjoy like a lot more now.
I feel like that's the new flex. Like actually like traveling the world and touching countries that you've never would have even dreamed of.
Dog, that's my dream, nigga.
That's a new flex. It's not this, and we talked about it earlier. It's not the clubbing. It's not the. It's not the weird. Like again, if the clubbing is for you,
if it's part of it. I mean, some people, you know, like they go out of town, they do whatever again. Like the nightlife. I just feel I can always find other things to do.
I've just outgrown it. Yeah. Like what are you celebrating? You know what I'm saying? Like no, I feel like the real flex. Again, to each his own. This is just me personally, but I think traveling is one of them. I think traveling is just so. Just again,
everybody should travel.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
just being able to see different cultures. Oh, absolutely.
Everybody should own a passport.
I got mine a couple years ago, obviously, because I went on my honeymoon. But that going to Barbados, like that was the most craziest. Like, that right there brought me peace of mind. Cause I'm like, I
feel you there, cause like very like I love scenery. That's like my thing. Like if I can look out and I see a beautiful scenery like that'll just that's my peace of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
If we being honest, but that's my peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so even like when I went on a cruise to the islands, bruh. Just being out on like chilling on like the little balcony, you know, just looking out into the water. There's nothing I'm looking at really, but just seeing the ocean, you know what I'm saying?
That's peace. You're at peace, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is something I want to do like all the time.
You're at peace. No, I like that. Traveling is definitely huge. Like, when I went to Barbados, man, as soon as you're getting off the bus, they singing to you. They taking your luggage and bring it up to your room. You ain't gotta let the finger. I'm like, yo, this right here is like this is paradise.
Seeing the culture.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think again. Always immerse, and Devin loves the word immerse, but immerse yourself in peace. You know, whatever brings you peace, whether that's working out, whether that's traveling, whether that's I don't know, whatever it is, whatever hobbies you guys, you know what I'm saying, but just do that. You know what I'm saying? Like always involve yourself in the things that bring you peace. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like people should do that more. You know,
because
people are so focused.
I agree with that.
Wrapped up in the day and the week.
You can get caught in the cycle of life and just going, work, sleep.
You do not want to get caught in that cycle.
Right. Exactly. You want to just branch out.
That's when that. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's bad. That's when.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
your peace is non-negotiable.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Hey, and I'm glad Akila said that. We're gonna end it out right there, man. Your peace is non-negotiable. That's a bar right there. But yeah, man, that's episode 7. Peace of mind. So
know, man. Like we always say, man. Like, comment, subscribe, get in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, tell us. You know, we'll be doing other things so y'all can even get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
For sure.
More to come. Yeah. Hey, Marv, can you zoom in on Oliver quick? Sure, close this out. Play the music.